There's 5 mindset shifts you need to make going into 2024 as a real estate agent. And I'm going to break those 5 down, and the last one is the most important one that I have had to personally go through over the last year. Hey, my name's Chad Leonberg, and I'm a real estate coach and digital marketer, and I've helped hundreds of agents achieve the life they want as a result of the real estate business. And if you're interested about how we do that, feel free to set up a strategy call with me somewhere in the links below. All right, so 5 shifts, and the first one I want to talk about is this too shall pass. I'm sure you've heard of it before, but I know I can't stress enough about how this too shall pass matters really at all levels of life, but I want you to really think about that going into 2024. If you're hurting this past year, if it's been rough, this too shall pass, right? But also remember that, because when things get good again, whether it's 1 year or 10, when they get good again, you know this too shall pass. There is a pattern of peaks and valleys. It's a commission-based environment. So regardless of market circumstances, and they've been interesting in 2023, regardless of market circumstances, you know things are going to go up and down and all around. So just remember, when things do get good again, don't get too excited and maybe overspend or overcommit, and don't miss your blind spots or forget your process that got you there. I think that's one very big thing that's happened, and I know it's happened to myself as well, is when things were like the money tree over the past few years in real estate, I stopped some of the core processes that got me to where I am today. So definitely focus on keeping your process together. If you stay process-based and not outcome-based, you'll be surprised how you keep getting consistent growth because you're attached to that process that results in the growth and not just the growth or the outcome itself. It's undoable without that process. So remember, this too shall pass. There will be brighter days, but when they come, don't forget the things that keep you moving and move the needle in your business. Number 2 is just do the next right thing. If you've screwed up until now, or you've seen your faults or you're seeing your blind spots because the market's exposed you, the tide went out and we're seeing who's swimming naked, then do the next right thing. You can't control what you've done up until today, and believe me, I understand because I have lived this, but you know what you can do? You can just do the next right thing from here. Today, you can just do the prospecting you're not doing. Today you work on your health and fitness to get your body healthy and your mind right and relieve the stress that you might be experiencing. Today, you can work on the relationships with your friends and family and your spouse. You can get those right so that you can focus at work. You can just do the next right thing today. And if you do that next right thing today, what happens when you do it every single day for the next year? Imagine where you'll be at the end of 2024 if you simply just do the next right thing. Number 3, this is a hard one, but value first, transactions second. Especially in today's world, I'd say almost there's a lot going on, right? Especially with internet and social media. People are seeing a lot more than they would see back when there was less mediums for them to get blasted by, say, marketing or prospecting attempts, right? It's so much easier. In our CRM software, we literally can send out a text message to hundreds of people with one click, right? So for that reason, in today's market more than ever, you need to bring value first. Lead with value. Show people the type of person you are, that you lead with value. Give them an experience of you. Give them a taste of you, because if you give enough value, they will naturally ask themselves, what are the next steps with this person when they're ready to take action in whatever space you're in. So you have to lead with value. And as a real estate agent, this is really hard, I know, because the income's so unpredictable as it is. But if you just constantly are out there educating and informing your market about, your audience about the real estate market, they're going to see you as the expert, as the thought leader in your space. So lead with value, and you will be surprised what you attract. To get what you want, you have to give others what they want. This is a big mindset shift, and it's so simple to hear and go, I get it. But you don't truly get it until you've done it and you've seen not just what can happen. Yes, it does result in transactions from that and money coming into you from that, but just seeing the power of authenticity instead of just being transactional, being relationship-based, caring about the people on the other side of that phone, of that text message, of that social media platform that you're working, of the cold calls you're making, or the doors you're knocking. So be value first, transaction second. Number 4 is no judgment. Be curious. Don't be judgmental, be curious. And especially with people who have done something you want to do. Don't judge somebody, period. Be curious about why they feel the way they feel. Even somebody that's at a different, maybe a lower level than you. You'll be surprised when you're curious what you can learn. And look, we can call it what we want. We're all judgmental at some point or another. You come on this video, you see a color shirt, you see a hat, you see something, you make judgments, right? But if you can push those away and be curious enough, you might actually learn something. That's too funny. You might actually learn something. I know I have been judgmental of certain people or thought processes or things in the past, and when I got really curious because the market required us over the last year or a few years to be curious about different ways and how to grow and expand not only our business but my personal self. When I got curious, it's amazing the paths I was taken to. It's amazing the opinions I have formed. I have become a very different person in very many aspects of my personal self and also my business decisions because I was curious. So get rid of that judgment and add curiosity instead. Number 5, and the most important one, the one that I kind of danced around and thought I was, but I wasn't really doing, is going all in. Not 98%, not 75%, not any number you can think of, not 99.999, 100% all in on what you're doing. Alex Hormozy put it one of the best ways. If you're pouring into a cup, right? If you have a cup here and you're pouring water into it, imagine if you had 7 of those cups and you're trying to pour water into 7 different cups. As opposed to if you just had 1 cup, you pour into it until it overflows and then you capture the overflow with another cup. That is the perfect way to understand this. And I have been guilty of doing the multiple cups for years. Because you hear the statement like, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Well, a lot of times they went all in on 1 or 2 before they diversified that. You need to, kind of like learn what you need to, expand what you need to with what you learned, and then optimize all of that from there before you move on to your next all in. And if you are somebody with multiple businesses, kind of multiple aspects, especially in the real estate space, I can tell you because I've kind of experienced that, put them together, like make them kind of the same path, make them talk to each other by doing the same thing. If you can make them simple where, maybe you have various payment versions, but it's ultimately doing the same thing, that's something where then they can work. But if it's something that's out here in left field and it's totally different, it's detracting from the core your core competency, the core thing that you're able to help people with, then just cut that out. Totally cut that out. You need to be all in on one subject, one path forward, your unique value proposition. Be all in on that one thing. We just get too easily distracted by little things. And I've always said we're putting, everybody's trying like 8 different things at once and you're putting 1/8 worth of effort into all of those 8 things. Try putting 100% effort into one thing. Let's say, for example, that you're gonna be relationship based and you're gonna reach out to 5 people in your database per day, 5 days a week. That's it. That's all you're gonna do. Imagine, ask yourself, I know you might have heard that before, but imagine if you reach out to 5 people that you haven't spoke with in the last 90 days, every day during the week, for 5 days a week, for the next year. Where do you think your business would be if you did that every single day? I guarantee you it would be in a much better spot than it is now if you simply just do that. It's simpler than we're making out to be. We're not creating rockets that's going to Mars. We're not trying to solve the most complex problems in the world in real estate. We're just trying to help buyers and sellers make a smart financial decision. You have value to bring to them. I know the value a real estate agent brings. I know because I've done it and I coach agents that do it. You need to show that value to them in this portal and crazy marketplace where they're trying to disrupt the real estate industry. Real estate agents bring value, they bring clarity, they bring sanity to the crazy process of buying or selling. So you need to go all in on the one way that you can help and the one way that you can prospect to people to show them that you can help. All in, one strategy. Don't spread yourself too thin. And me personally, I know doing that it made changes in my business in less than 30 days. I saw clear results. I saw the holes and the problems that I was having because I wasn't all in on that one path forward. So go all in. It has been the biggest changer for my business in the last year. So I hope you do that as well. I hope this video was valuable to you. If you want to smash that like button and hit the subscribe, I'm going to be posting plenty more tips, tricks, and hacks I find as a real estate coach and digital marketer in the real estate space. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the top.